Hi, and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing the film House of Gucci. I'll be reviewing the 4K stream because they did announce the disc of this film and they did not announce a 4K UHD disc. Typically I would wait for the 4K discs to review that. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, because when we review 4K discs, we give away a copy of that disc that we are reviewing. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, like that video, and leave a comment below, and then we pick a winner for every 4K UHD review that we do. In this case, this is a stream, but what the heck, I'll give away a digital code for the film. That way you still get a giveaway. So be sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment below, and that you'll be entered to receive that digital copy. Okay, so House of Gucci, I'll be reviewing the video quality, audio quality, and my thoughts on the film. I'll start with the video and audio quality. That way, if you have not yet watched the film, you could leave after I give my thoughts on the video and audio quality before I go into any spoilers. I try to be a little spoiler-free on the reviews, but sometimes it's a little difficult. In this case, I actually don't think it would be too hard, so it's up to you if you want to stick around. Minor spoiler. But first, for the video and audio quality, it is a stream, so with that being said, I always do expect it to be not as good quality as the physical disc, but there's no physical disc in 4K announced yet, so this is what we got for 4K. It is 4K, does have HDR, and is in Atmos. Video, it's a nice crisp film. There's nothing like great to look at in it. You know, that it's more like landscapes and architect is what you'd be looking at, but nothing fancy. The time period of the film is nice. It adds a little look and feel, but nothing special. So for video, I give it a 7.5. It's not anything amazing, but it is good. And you know, if we eventually get a 4K disc release, the score would probably be slightly higher. But for video and audio quality, I like to be in the 8s. For HDR, the film, it has HDR and it has Dolby Vision, but it's just there. It doesn't add anything to it, and by not having it, would it be taking something away? Probably slightly. And when I get in those situations, I give a 5, because I give a 5 just for having it there. Same with Atmos. 5 is my baseline for them having it. And this one, that's where this one falls. It's a 5. They put HDR on the stream, so I'm thankful for that, but it doesn't really add too much to it. You might see a little more pop, you know, a little here and there, but there's nothing that will pop out or stand out to you. I think the audio is a Dolby Atmos track. I like to score on 2 scales. I will score just the audio in general and then the Atmos. Audio in general, I'll just get right into it because it's not too much to talk about. A 6. It's not a film you need like surrounding great audio. You know, there's no action or nothing like that. There was one scene in particular where Adam Driver's character is next to a fireplace, and the fireplace, as you look into the screen, is to your left, and it does only come out, the crackling of the fire, out of the left front speaker, and that did add like a nice effect. I thought that was pretty cool, and so for that I give it a 6. Otherwise it probably would have been a 5 being base, but that one cool effect was enough to boost it up a 6. Atmos, I'm going to give a 5. I don't even recall the height channel being used at all. Nothing that stood out to me, so I kind of base it the same as the audio, so I give it a 5. All right, now I'll be reviewing the film. Very minor spoilers here, I think. I don't think it'll be anything crucial, but just in case, if you have not watched the film and you do want to watch the film spoiler-free, I would check out here. But if you do want to be entered to win a copy, still like the video and leave a comment. Okay, so movie. For some reason, when I first heard about the movie, I thought in my mind it was Scorsese's, so I was expecting a bit better. It was Ridley Scott, who's kind of hit or miss for me. He's got some amazing, amazing films, and then he's got some that are kind of stinkers, and then a bunch middle of the road. This one's probably middle of the road. It's an interesting story, but it kind of drags at times. I don't want to compare it to Casino. I just only think of that because of Scorsese, but it's kind of like a slow unraveling story, but there's never anything too like with Casino. There's some great events that the story kind of unravels to. With this, for one, if you know, and it's not really a spoiler, I think everyone kind of knows that, you know, his wife kills him or has him killed, and it kind of just unfolds the story of how that happens. But then it's just like she's like fully in love with him, and then the next minute she's like, okay, I want him killed, let's hire somebody to kill him. And that's kind of weird. It just kind of takes a drastic turn. And even, well, I guess this kind of is a lot of spoilers, even Adam Driver's character in the film, he's like so in love with his wife, but then just like all of a sudden one scene later he's like, I'm kind of done with her. So it was just kind of unfolded weird. It's still an interesting story. I do say it is worth a watch. When I have reviews that aren't high scores, I try to let you know if I think it's worth a watch. And it's a longer movie, not terribly long. It's probably average by today's standards. I think it's about 2 hours and 20 minutes. But it's not a bad movie by any means. It's just not. I feel like that story could have been better, but I could be wrong. Maybe that's just the way the story is. I would have liked more of how the wife got caught, because that kind of was just very abrupt. You know, it happened, she had him killed. The next scene they show her in court, and the movie's over, and kind of gives you a role saying she was found guilty. I would have liked the story of how she was found guilty, because it seemed like you know, there wasn't that many people involved. It didn't seem too sloppy, I guess, you know, as far as more murders go on film that I'm used to seeing. So I would like to have seen more into that. It just kind of was abruptly, but a pretty decent movie. Just I think they could have done more with it. So for my score for the film, I'm giving it a 7.3. That's pretty good. You know, it's pretty good, but not like where I would like walk around and be like, oh, did you see this movie? Like, I'm probably not going to talk to anyone about it. If someone asks me about it, I'll engage in convo, but I'm not going to bring it up. But it's worth a watch. You probably would never watch it a second time, unless, you know, everyone's got different tastes. Maybe you'd end up loving it. But I could see where this would be divided, where some people like it, some people don't like it. I feel most are probably like me, where it's kind of middle of the road. That's the consensus I got when it came into theaters. I didn't see it in theaters, so this is my first viewing. And yeah, that's it. All right, that's it. Please subscribe to the channel, hit a like button, and leave a comment below to be entered to win a digital copy of the film.